Starting live video. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? It's weird. It looks dark and shadowy. Now it looks funny to me. It's always, yeah, it's always something. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Master Spas Facebook Live. Who do we got? One person. Master Spas on first.
Happy New Year,
Ooh,
Kayla.
my mom popped right on second. Sound is good. Actually, the sound brings up a thing. We had this awesome, perfect little microphone, and Susan and Kim stole it in Daytona.
Kayla, can you get that back and send it to us?
Yes, Susan. Hello
It's
from
the
Indiana.
fluffy one.
We need that microphone back. You stole it. All right.
Well,
All right.
we actually tried to steal it, but it got stolen.
I was given permission to steal it. How's everybody doing? Where are we coming from? Happy New Year. Everybody get in there. St. Louis, Pensacola.
Nice.
Sean, what's up, man? Who else we got? Sound is good. Thank you.
Sean Kearns?
Nope, Sean Quinn.
Oh, Sean Quinn. Hi, Sean.
Las Vegas. There we go. Awesome. We got 37 people. All right. What do we got? Who do we got? We'll give everyone a couple more seconds.
Ben says the water is warm enough. It's not. I'm freezing.
It's 93 degrees. It's
93
awesome.
degrees. It's not warm enough.
It's cold in the warehouse. That's
It
the
is,
problem.
yeah.
Troy, what's up?
I'm chilly.
Baltimore. We got lots coming in. Baltimore. New Brunswick. We just ordered our 18D yesterday. Congratulations.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Let's see. From my basement in Fort Wayne, Kim. Kim, do you have our microphone in your basement? Huh? Someone has our microphone. Zach, someone stole the microphone. And we were going to steal it. That's not fair. All right, Ontario. All right, 55 people. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Mountain Bend, that's right. We weren't sure if I was going to keep it, but I kept it a little while longer.
He's loving Yellowstone, so he's got to fit in that Yellowstone.
When I grow up, I'm going to be Rip. All right, Kim and Susan are sneaky like that. They are always stealing mics. I'm sure we can get one to you. Thank you.
That one, that nice.
That exact one. They know which one. Corner them. California. That's awesome. I kind of wish I was in California. All right. 75 people. Awesome. Awesome. Everybody was ready for this. I think we can start.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Happy New Year, everyone.
What are we talking about today? I'm going to turn this. We're going to put the
So the first thing we're going to talk about, Ben is going to discuss the 2021 hot tub, mostly swim spa or some hot tub?
mostly swims. No, all swim spa. It just gets too crazy.
Updates that we have swim spas for 2021, and just some product updates, and just giving you a little blurb about how we're doing with production. And then we're going to talk about like a little workout that you can do. We don't really believe in resolutions.
Yeah.
You know,
But we're
I
gonna
was
talk
just
about it.
reading this article today about how this past year has just been not great. And I feel like we need to kind of give ourselves a little bit of grace in this coming year, and just kind of, I think my hope, rather than a resolution, is to just kind of be a little bit more hopeful this year for some positive changes, whether it's my personal changes, it's changes in the world. But I think rather than making like a true New Year's resolution that often gets pushed aside after 2 or 3 weeks of January, is to kind of be a little bit more hopeful this year, because last year was really tough on everybody. So
Beth is on there. She's saying hi. Say hi.
Hi Beth. So we're gonna, but however, that doesn't mean that being healthy and being active isn't a good way to start 2021. So we're gonna talk about a little workout that you can do in your swim spa at home, and we're also and we're answer any questions that you guys have. I don't think there's anything else.
There was a couple basic questions coming in. Let me turn this around. I put Mary on the spot.
Actually, we can kind of bring those up and get over with them quickly. We had one question from Terry in Maryland who was saying that her chlorine seems to dissipate a little bit more in the winter months, and if that's normal. And
I can answer that.
Yeah, Ben is going to answer that.
Okay, so if you turn the question was from Maryland, was it? Terry from Maryland. The question was, her chlorine seems to dissipate faster in the wintertime. The only way that's happening is if the temperature's higher or there's a bigger demand on the chlorine. So it's pretty simple as that, but most people tend to turn up the temperature a little bit, and that will burn through chlorine at a faster rate. So if that's the case, that's why.
And then the other question was from Anne in Rhode Island, who asked about putting the swim spa partially underground. And we really go into depth in that. If you go back to Facebook Live's previous, Ben really does a really great explanation of that. Yes, it can be. It has to be done correctly, and you need to basically build a reinforced vault for it. And it can be sunk down in, but you need to have access to all four sides. So the vault needs to be 2 feet longer and wider than the swim spa. But essentially, yes. And you can go back either to YouTube. All of our Facebook Live videos are on YouTube, or you can get it on Facebook Live. And speaking of that, we also want to encourage anyone to go and like our Master Spas page on Instagram. We're just trying to build our following there. There's some really great pictures and content on there. So if you have Instagram, please like our @MasterSpas page. We would really appreciate that. Now on to more important things.
Okay, so a bunch of people asked what we were swimming in, or kind of lounging in. This is a Challenger 15D, and it is awesome.
H2X Challenger.
H2X Challenger 15D. Mary thinks the water is not warm enough, and I think it's wonderful. Our warehouse is actually quite cold right now, so she's, cold-blooded, so she needs to be warmer than that. Okay, so we're going to talk about, first thing, let's talk about
2021 product updates.
All right, I'm going to come sit down. All right.
Hopefully you all saw our Facebook Live video from Daytona when we were there, because we had that big swim spa reveal of our H2X Challenger Pro.
You have to slow down. There's so actually that brings up a point. I was talking to Mike, the famous Mike Wright, today about all of the stuff we've got going on with swim spas, which is vast. I mean, our program is nuts. It's gone from stellar to fully nuts. We have there's 16 different swim spa models. Find someone else who makes 16 different swim spa models, and they are all pretty different.
And it's just it really just can meet everyone's needs. Whatever you need, we've got something for you.
Oh yeah. So there really is a seat for every butt. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a couple of basic things. The H2X line, nothing is really changing for 2021 except for the addition of the Challenger 18D Pro, which is nuts. I mean, it's totally different. And actually, I learned something today from Mike that I did not know. The Master Pure is standard on there, according to Mike. So I had not been told that yet, and I think it's wonderful. So that's sort of interesting. But the Challenger, there's a whole video on the Challenger 18D Pro by itself. That's the new model in the H2X series. Okay, and then the biggest changes is really in the Phelps line, which hasn't really had too much changes in the last couple of years. So we were particularly excited about that, and we kept raising the bar in the H2Xs over the last few years, whether it was the standard H2X or whether it was the addition of the Challenger and now the Challenger Pro. We needed to do something to make the Michael Phelps 3 units they needed to step up one notch, and this is what we did. So in the past, and this was all kind of driven by the COVID nonsense, is that everybody was, and I don't you know what I'm saying, the whole mess. I'm referring to the whole 2020 mess year, not not bashing anything or anyone. So all the swimmers out there who needed a swim spa that was fast,
because their pools closed and they couldn't train, and they needed something to fit their needs.
Right. So now all of the Phelps, and really I like the point of view, and speaking with Kevin about it, the Phelps name is obviously amazing, and it needs to be the fastest thing around. And now all 3 Phelps units come standard with XP Pro, which is capable of 54-second 100.
Right. And for a while, we didn't even have that.
Right.
It had been discontinued, not the Michael Phelps line, but the XP Pro, and it wasn't even available to order. And now all of the Michael Phelps are going to come standard with that.
Right.
So all of our Michael Phelps swim spas will be able to swim a 54 second per 100 meter, whether you get the Force, the Signature, or the Momentum, which is pretty stellar, and that is the fastest portable swim spa on the market.
I want to give them an idea. To give you an idea of how much power that is, in the original XP Pro Michael Phelps Signature was 18 feet, obviously, and if you turned it from 0 to 100, you got it was properly filled. You got a sizable splash of water actually out of the swim spa. It was that powerful. So when you think of this, you are buying a race car. It literally is a race car capable of great power. It's almost like you get in. I'm a car guy, so I always relate this stuff to cars. You get in a car that's from the factory is so fast that you just can't believe they're allowed to make it.
Yeah. That's
what it's like.
Yeah.
It's crazy, and it makes so much power. It's really nuts. Okay, so a couple things. The soft tread option, which we have here, you can't really see it right now. Maybe I don't want to drop.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, there you go. That's soft tread on the steps.
Yep.
So that is also standard in the Phelps, which is amazing, and so is the XP Pro. So they upped the game on the Phelps, and there's 3: the Force, the Signature, and the Momentum. That's where the biggest changes are, because that whole drive line of the XP Pro it's thick, it's nasty, it is just beefy and really, really hardcore. So I guess that's really ultimately the changes for 2021 is Superpower Michael Phelps. The soft tread was already standard in that, but I just wanted to mention it. The addition of the 18D
the
Challenger Pro. Which is amazing, and I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for the most part. 2 standard colors are going to be continued, will be Sterling Silver and Sierra. And again, 16 different models. Now, I'm going to pick on maybe some of you. And we get emails.
How much?
How much? For what? So, we read this email. It's literally, or a message on Facebook, it literally says, how much? We make like 45 different products altogether, 16 different swim spas. We're going to need you to narrow it down a little bit, okay? Think a little bit, then send the message, and we'll answer it, because that is impossible. But you know what I will say? Our customer service, they're polite. I'm less polite. So don't email me and say how much. You need to give me some guidance, all right? All right, let's get into lead times. You want to talk about lead times?
You can do that. I haven't logged in.
Okay. So was it 4.5 months last I checked?
I think
on the
you
swim
said it was
spas?
like 130 something days. Yeah.
That's 4.5 months.
Yep.
So right now, when is your production going to get caught up? I ordered a spa in August and still do not have a production date.
I just checked, actually. I did just check someone who ordered in August, and for us on East Coast, and it's still showing April for finish date.
Right.
So we are working to catch up, but it's just going to take some time.
So they're catching up. A lot of product is being delivered earlier than the times that we have given as a whole. If you don't know when your date of expected completion is, you need to contact your dealer who you purchased it from, and they do have that information.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they just didn't pass that along to you, but it does exist. So if you're in that system, you have a finish date. It's called a request date, and that is in the system. So you should be able to get that no problem. Brian Hester, got my Momentum D last weekend. Love it. Awesome. Absolutely. Leslie answered somebody. Leslie is awesome.
Hi, Leslie.
So now, actually, this is kind of fun because, Master Spas is a huge organization.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people know who we are because we're on the lives and do a lot of stuff for the factory, on a larger scale. There's so many wonderful people in our organization, and I would like to point out Leslie as being one of them.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome, okay?
And we miss her.
Yep. So let's see. So we're haven't seen her in a while. I'm not gonna. And then I just had someone else ask the real difference between the 18D and the 15D. So I'm assuming it's kind of the same difference between the Challenger and the regular H2X, the H2X Challenger. The difference is going to be about a foot worth of water space, and then you do have that platform on there. So it's not a huge difference between the size, but I will tell you this. The water behaves differently. So if you look at the swept walls, I can kind of show you that. I'm going to spin this around here. So that distance, see where in the corner? Then it comes out to this sweep. On the 18, you get another, I want to say 2 feet of flat wall, and then it sweeps out. So you do have a pretty significantly larger swim area if you're very tall and you want to do butterfly or breaststroke or something like that. Okay, let's see. Will the Phelps Swim Spas currently on order automatically receive the new upgrade, or do we need to contact dealer? That is a good question, Brad. I would contact your dealer. Yeah. But I will tell you this. So this is, if it's already in production, it could be the old and you're on a model change. There is a price difference between those two. So don't think, I'll answer the dealer, the hard question for the dealer for you. If you're in production now and you want to upgrade to the XP only, but you ordered the XP, there will be a price increase because I guarantee you we are charging that dealer more. Take that to the bank. Okay. Let's see. Nice shout out to me, Leslie. Sounds great. I'm in great hands. You are in great hands, Brian.
It's what gets ordered for 2021, not what was already ordered.
Right. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. That's a good question. I would contact your dealer. I was Brad who asked that. That's a good question, and one that maybe we need to look into and have a more solid answer. But yeah, I would contact your dealer, especially if you want that. Some people don't need to go that fast. So, sorry. Okay, so next, what do we got? Where were we?
We were just talking about the product updates, and you were answering some questions.
Yep. And the difference between the 15D and the 18D. It's about a foot worth length of water, but the swim area is different, and the water does behave a little differently. So, 18 feet is a lot bigger than 15. A lot of people are looking for that space saving. We swim in a 15, absolutely fantastic. So don't think you need to get the 18 for the greatest swim.
Yeah.
Although I will tell you that the original design for the Phelps Signature was based on an 18-footer. The water flow is excellent, and it's definitely a little different, okay? The Challenger 18 Deep Pro, only available in 18 feet. Okay, and it's not because of the water flow, it's because of where the equipment gets situated in the front of that unit. That's the only one where everything is up front. Okay, so next. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about, I'm gonna go over here and sit down. So New Year's resolutions, are well, Mary's background is actually in education. Mine is in training and owned a gym forever and all that, and we're coaches, and now we own a coaching company, and we're race Ironman, so we have all this different background. So we don't really like the New Year's resolution. You should be doing the right thing all the time. But what we decided to do with this live was kind of set up a very basic exercise program, very simple, very basic, because we get people who you have people who are watching what they eat, and they know the difference between protein and carbs and this, and then once in a while you get a question, what's a carbohydrate, and you just have to go take a step back. From our perspective, we need to go to the common bottom denominator and make sure that everyone's on the same page, because you can always expand upon a program. So we wrote a very, very basic program, 20 minutes long, doesn't matter which swim spa you have, doesn't matter at all. And what we want to do is everyone who has a swim spa now, or it's coming in the next couple of weeks, start this, and we want to hear about your progress. Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about that basic program. We designed it. You may have caught a little glimpse of that on the board in the corner. And then we're going to actually talk about food a little bit, okay? And we're going to prescribe some ideas and not get too crazy with the involvement on that, but we're going to give some thought, okay? So the whole idea here with the swim spas is recreation, is physical fitness, is exercise, it's rehab. And after last year of just complete misery in our world, not even our country, in our world, well, you know, a lot of the focus was on recreation. So, you know, we always see a ton of focus on the exercise performance, but there was also a ton of recreational interest. So this is really geared towards people who can, you know, Greg, I'll get back to that, Wi-Fi controls on the 15 deep. So this here is if you're ready to go, we want you to use this for exercise. So we designed this basic program, okay? And it can be done, we want to see it done 3 to 5 times a week, okay? It's not so hard that you're going to be sore and you can't do it that many times.
It's 20 minutes.
It's 20 minutes, okay? So I'm actually going to spin this around and we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to do a little demonstration of each thing. All right. All right. So this is 20-minute New Year's workout, all right? 5 minutes, run or walk in place with a little bit of current. Like right now, our pump one is on low speed. That's probably enough unless you want to make it, you know, really harder. And then 10 minutes of swim, okay? Any stroke you want, don't care what it is, do your best, all right? And for people, there are lots of people that are not swimming in their swim spa, and there are lots that are. If you aren't, because it's difficult, this is your opportunity to sort of learn and get used to it. Then you've got 1 minute of rowing, 1 minute of chest press, which is a reverse row position. We'll show you that. And then 1 minute of the curl and the tricep extension for arms, biceps and triceps. And then you've got 1 minute left trunk twists and 1 minute right trunk twists. So you've got some core and abs in there. Okay, so that's 20 minutes right there. And you can take a screenshot of that. This video will be posted. We can talk about it. So what we'd like to do is, we have a lot of return viewers on the Facebook Lives. So we want to hear about your progress. If you're having an issue, if you're having trouble on something, let us know and we can talk about it. So we can address it, you know, right here live, or you can send the message in. And if you send a message in to Master Spas on Facebook and it's for us, on the top of your message, please write, you know, Ben or Mary or whatever, and it'll make it much easier. Because if you can imagine, if you look at our Facebook, there's 124,000 followers. If you can imagine how many messages are coming in from 124,000 people, not to mention people who haven't followed us, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So please write Ben or Mary, and it'll make it easier. And bear with us on time, because they're, like I said, everybody's pretty busy over here. So, 20 minutes, we want you to do that. We want your feedback, okay? And now, we all know that we're supposed to be eating correctly at the same time. So you have this opportunity to do these exercises, and with the food, I don't want to get into, you're supposed to eat 2,238 calories. We're not going to do that. What we are going to do is talk about what's correct. So I love, you've heard me say this in the past, when it comes to eating right, when you go to the grocery store, what you really want to do is just walk the outside. Unless you're getting toilet paper in the middle, everything you need is on the outside. So all of your meat, your fish, you know, your vegetables and fruits are all on the outside. That's really what we're meant to be eating. Okay, so what I want you to think about is, if it's coming out of a box, probably shouldn't be eating it all that much. You want to stick to, Julie, what's up? You want to stick to some good, wholesome foods, real foods, less processed stuff. And I don't want to assign a calorie count. I want you to eat healthy. Okay, so let's feel good. Let's do the 20-minute workout 3 to 5 times a week, and your life will change, and it will not take long.
Even if it's like one simple change.
Yep.
Like start with something simple, like having, if you're not already doing this, making sure you're getting 1 piece of fruit and 1 serving of, you know, of veggies every day. Just something simple, and kind of build from there. If that's something that seems manageable.
Right.
You know,
or no soda. You
right.
know, something
One
just
little change.
Yeah,
that,
make a change, add the exercise, and your body will follow. Okay, and your mind will follow too. Okay, you'll sleep better after the exercise. You'll feel better. Your stomach will feel better. Your digestive system will work, much more beautifully. And that's it. So that's all we're going to talk about with the food. I don't want to get too crazy, but if you have specific questions, we can help. No more hot chocolate and biscuits for me then. Well, maybe a little.
If it makes you happy.
Maybe a little. So you just have to account for it,
right.
Totally. So, maybe a little bit in moderation.
And if Julie is still there, I just need to have one little shout out. Please say hi to my treadmill buddy.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was awesome.
Yep.
Totally made my day.
So, Julie, everybody, she is absolutely awesome. And you can just click on her name on there and follow her. She's all out there for the world to see. She's one of our dear friends and partners now.
Yeah.
Yep. So pretty wonderful people. We've been fortunate enough to be surrounded by, and she is definitely among them. Pretty soon you're going to have some content coming out of there that I cannot wait to see.
Yeah.
All right. So good stuff. Okay. So we did. Yes, I was running 10 miles with C, but outside. All right. It's cold. It's cold there.
Cold.
It's cold there. She doesn't care. She's tough.
No, I know. And C is way tougher than me, so I'm a win.
All right. So, workout.
Yep.
Let's demonstrate.
Okay.
Get in there. You need to warm up anyway.
I'm not swimming, but you can swim on.
You know what? Breaststroke.
Okay. I'm a very good breaststroker.
Just do it.
So the run, walk in place, a lot of people ask us about this. We've talked about this in videos before, and I would say to mix things up, you can do high knees, and then you can also do butt kicks, and mix those up. This current is actually good.
Back.
So for those 5 minutes, I would just do a mix between the high knees and the butt kicks. So high knees, bring your knees up as far as you can.
See if you can turn around so we can see them. I don't know that we can see them under the water or not. Yep, high knees.
And with the current, I just need to move my arms to kind of help me stay in place, but it also just adds to the cardio. And then, I don't know, now I'm just kind of lifting my legs up to the back, trying to kick my butt. So that's...
Now, what if you're not quite there yet?
Yeah, I would just say just walking in place.
So walking with high knees is a great, because you're going to work on your mobility, flexibility. So just walk in place, lift your knees up nice and high, 5 minutes.
And I would say if you have the current on, you can actually walk forward and reverse, maybe 5 or 6 steps.
Absolutely.
There's plenty of room to do that. So if you need something a little bit more simple.
Oh, now Julie and Sean are on. You have to say hi.
Hi guys. So again, with this, and this is a pretty light current. It's giving enough resistance that walking forward is actually a challenge, and then just walking back, it's almost like a little bit of a rest. So
now, sorry to interrupt you. So so if you see that, 5 minutes run, walk, 10 minutes swim. If you are not up for 10 minutes of straight swimming, you can either break that up into intervals and take little rests, or you can switch those. See, I made the little arrow there? See that? That means you can switch them if you need to switch them, okay? So don't be afraid to do that. So you're walking in place or running in place, and you can work as hard, you can work up to your level, whatever that means for you. All right, you gonna show us some breaststroke?
I'm really not good at any other stroke but freestyle, but...
You don't wanna get your head underwater.
Nope.
Well, actually, you know what? So that's actually brings up a good point. So if we're watching, so I'm making Mary do this, and she doesn't want to get her hair wet. You have lots of people out there that are not swimmers, and they don't want to get their face wet. Does that mean you can't breaststroke, Mary?
Oh, no, not at all.
Show us.
Right now the current is not very
You want some more?
Yeah. And I just don't want to get my head wet because it's cold. And I don't want to go outside soaking wet hair.
Whatever, princess. Whatever, princess. All right.
I don't see you swimming. Oh, God.
So now, for our non-swimmers, she's not getting her hair wet. She's not getting her face wet.
Yep.
She's swimming. You can do that breaststroke. You don't have to be an amazing swimmer. You don't have to do anything. It's just practice. It's exercise. It's moving your body, flowing blood. Feel better, get stronger, the whole thing. Actually put on quite a bit of juice there for you. I'll turn that down a little bit.
We can go on anyway.
Okay. So, now.
1 minute of rowing.
Actually, I'm gonna give the camera to you.
Okay, you're gonna do the rowing?
Nope, I'm gonna teach another lesson.
Oh.
So, remember how we said to take care of the water chemistry? Don't let anybody pee in it.
Oh.
And then use a little bit of chlorine after a time everyone gets out. Well, I have to go to the bathroom,
Thanks.
so I'm getting out.
Thank you for not peeing in the water while I'm
Yes.
standing with you.
You don't have to look.
All right, so that was just an easy warm up. And again, we don't have enough time to go through the whole 20 minutes, but that was just 5 minutes run or walk in place, and then 10 minutes swim any stroke. And if you feel comfortable doing breaststroke or butterfly or freestyle front crawl, or even we've got some people who like to do backstroke in here as well. So any stroke for 10 minutes. And just like Ben said, you can switch those. You can start with swimming. You can do intervals. So you can do 5 minutes run, 5 minutes swim, back to running, however you want to do it. It's really just to warm up, get your blood flowing, get that cardio system moving, and it's a great way to just start using your swim spa for that fitness. That does not seem to help. Mine stays cloudy. You might want to just get some test strips. Every once in a while, we do recommend that you test the water, and you might have your pH or your alkalinity might be off, and you just need to check what that is.
Alkalinity first.
Yep.
All right.
So,
do you want me to take this?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to row?
Whatever.
I'll row.
Okay. So Ben is going to show us how to do some rows. I'm going to flip it. Flip it. Let me back up here.
Do I look cool?
Oh, jeez.
You want me to turn that off?
Yeah, if it's still on. Okay. So this is doing some rowing.
So now, when I sit in here, now we have the soft tread in here, which I'm a fan of. I'm not into spending other people's money, but the soft tread option, it's worth it. It's awesome. So there's a couple ways you can do this. So I'm 5'8", and if I sit right now, I'm sitting in the seat. So with my feet on the next level down, if I row, it lifts me out of the water. So what I like to do is lift my butt about 2 inches out of the seat, and I flex my legs and hold myself into position. Now I can row. Okay, my butt is not on the seat. So I'm rowing. So you can do it a couple different ways. You can come out of the water and come in, and then come in under the water. You can go the other way. You can do, I'm not doing big circles, you can do little. What I like to do is keep my hands under the water all the time, and then squeeze my shoulder blades together on the back. So I'm coming out, squeeze my shoulder blades. 1 minute, I want to feel the exercise, I want to feel those muscles. That's how I like to do it right there, okay? And you know, I am a weightlifter by trade, but when I tore my bicep, I did all of this stuff for months, and this was my only form of exercise, and it worked fantastic, okay? So don't think you need more than that, but I like to squeeze, I want to feel those muscles, and I would encourage you to do the same. Next, chest press.
So the next thing is the chest press, which is basically just reversing your position for the rows.
Yep.
So here we go back to Ben. Sorry if I'm making anyone dizzy.
So what I like to do on this is I put my right foot back, doesn't matter which foot, I'm just right-handed so that feels comfortable to me. And I put my left leg on the first step so that I brace myself, because if you just put your feet together like this and press, you'll move yourself around because the water is, you know. So I got one leg back. Same thing, I'm squeezing, coming back, I want to feel everything. Squeezing my chest. Nice and slow, I'm not flopping around. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. For 1 minute.
It's kind of hard to tell, but he's pushing forward. So he has the row bar, yeah. There you go. And if he had them in the waters, because that actually gives a little bit more resistance, but that's what he's doing in the water. He's just pushing those row bars forward.
Okay.
Okay, so Whitney, do you keep the current on for the row and press? You can, it kind of slows down in the back. So for the press, you definitely won't get that much. For the exercise, it's just gonna push you around. With the rows, you could, if you have it on really high, but it's really the resistance of the water for those that is giving you the burn, I guess you could say. So the next exercise that Ben is going to demonstrate is the bicep curls and tricep extensions. It's just kind of one exercise, but you're focusing on two body parts, the biceps and the triceps.
So what I like to do on these, like I said, 5'8", and I'm standing flat-footed in the Challenger 15 deep. So you can see that water level, and our water is about a ½ inch above the lights. I like to actually hunker down and get it right to my chin for this, all right? And then
actually, you can see really, really well in the video.
There.
Yep.
So I like to curl up, elbows are locked. Oh, that current actually took me a little bit.
Yeah.
It moved me around. Can you still see well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So I curl up, then I push back down the same way, flexing the back of my arm, so triceps. So curling up, biceps, down, triceps. The faster you move it, the more resistance there is. So if I move really slow, those muscles aren't barely even working. But if I start to move it a little faster, I can feel those muscles. Back down, triceps, squeeze, biceps, triceps. Don't go so fast that you're flopping around in the water. So you need to move it fast enough to get resistance. And it's funny, I feel even doing those couple, I can totally feel it, and they're great. It's a great exercise. Okay, so biceps and triceps. So now we have back, the rows.
A minute of that.
A minute of that. Then you have chest, a minute of that. Now you have arms, bis and tris. Lower body is going to get done with the running in place and the swim. And then this is for upper body. Now we've got some core and midsection here. So what you want to do on these, we have left side trunk twist and right side. So now our pump one is on low. It's all that's on there. So you can, if you can see that water moving, it's moving a little bit. So you want legs locked straight. Okay, I'm not in the center of the swim spa, the dumbbell is. My elbows are locked straight. My knees are locked straight. So right now, I'm gonna twist away, which is easy. Now I've got a little bit of current in there, so now I'm flexing my stomach, all those muscles, core, midsection, flex them up, rotate. I'm not moving my arms and cheating. Everything is locked straight. So the
your bottom half, like your waist down is...
My waist is moving, my feet are not. Everything is square and straight. So I'm moving, so my trunk is the only thing twisting. Flexing, all stomach. Nothing else is helping. My shoulders are not helping at all. It's all midsection. So a minute each side.
So just, would you recommend coming to this side to
totally.
do the other? Okay.
Absolutely. So then you're just going to spin around.
Here, I'll move with you.
Get out of my, I'll get you right in my face.
I'm sorry. I wasn't actually in your face.
Right in my face.
Okay, so Nicole is asking which of this equipment is included with the swim spa purchase.
Oh, we were supposed to go over that.
Oh.
Good question. Is it on me or is it on you?
It is on you.
Okay.
So everything that we demonstrated using today, the row bars, the dumbbells, these dumbbells are included along with ankle fins, so you could do some resistance with your lower
This is an awesome exercise.
legs, and some resistance bands. So similar to what's attached with the row bars.
Do you know why Master includes the entire exercise kit with all of the swim spas, all 16?
I don't.
Because they're awesome.
Oh. Is it true that they arrive inside the outside? So yes, there's actually a little sticker on the swim spa that tells you where all the equipment is. It's inside the panel.
Yep.
And it comes with every single swim spa, and you get a really awesome kit.
They are sort of hidden inside, and when it first gets to your house, you will believe it's not there. Then
It's in a box.
You will call someone and tell them you didn't get it, and they will tell you where it is, and you did.
But there is, I believe, if it doesn't, get removed during installation and things like that, but there's like a little sticker that's on the side of the swim spa that basically says, it's here.
Because so many people, I want to know if I can get it here in Montreal. Yeah, of course you can. Tons of huge Canadian dealers.
You can go onto the website and there's a dealer locator and you can put in your address and it'll direct you to your local dealer.
Right. Mary asked, can the kit be purchased separately? I am buying a used pool and the kit isn't included. You're buying a used pool or a used Master Spa swim spa? So if it's ours, it was included and you should be getting it. And I don't know if they sell that separately.
I'm not sure
either. I don't really, actually, that's a good question. You've stumped us. That's not something we really come across too much. Because we in Master Spas includes them with every swim spa. Again, because we are awesome. American muscle. Which spa is this? Donna? This is Challenger 15 Deep. We'll have to remember to take out before dropping the swim spa in the vault, Donna.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? No, she doesn't, because there needs to be 2 or 3 feet around it in the vault, so it might be easier, but you can't hop in there because you've provided us service access if you did that vault thing right. Right? Right. Okay, what else do we got? How are we doing for time? Oh, we're right on time. So was that everything?
I think so, yeah.
So back to, actually I'll spin this around. You can hop out of there if you want to. It's like a mug shot right there for you. Yeah. So you've got the 20-minute workout. 5 minutes run, walk. You can make it as hard as you want. If you're more fit, feel free to, to extend that. Everybody say hi to Ben. He's awesome. Then you've got 10 minutes swim. You can switch those around, do what you need to do. 1 minute of the rowing, 1 minute of the chest press. All right, 1 minute of the curl and tries. Then 1 minute left, 1 minute right, trunk twists. Okay? All right. So, then the food, we're gonna eat less processed food. We're gonna cut one bad, nasty thing out of our lives, and we're gonna progress. And then the next thing, we're gonna make sure that we're drinking enough water. Why are you laughing back there?
I wasn't.
Oh, you were smiling.
Oh.
Okay.
You were bringing the camera here. I didn't want to look like I had a scowl on.
Even when she's cold, she still smiles. All right. I don't see how you're cold. The water's totally awesome. Are you still shivering?
I'm not shivering. I would like it to be more like 100.
You need some iron or something. The water's awesome. Okay. I think that's it. So.
We will see you in 2 weeks. I don't know what date that is offhand. 6 plus 7, 13 plus 7.
20?
20?
20.
I think it's Wednesday.
20. We're bad.
Wednesday,
That's
January
usually
20th.
your thing. That's usually your thing. I don't think like that, but yeah.
Anyway.
14 plus 6 is 20.
We'll see you in 13 plus 7, yeah. So
14.
we'll see you.
2 weeks, 7 in each week.
Yeah, I know. So it's going to be the 20th because it's 7 and 7.
Okay. 20th. We'll be here. All right. Any questions? Again, correct. The 20th. Yes. Thank you for backing us up. I don't have my calendar. My calendar's in my phone. In my phone is being used. So, okay. Real quick, lead times coming down. They're doing awesome. So we're about 4.5 months, 16 swim spas to choose from, about 4.5 months lead time, which is a miracle these days. We are, Mike Wright, you're a goofball. All right. Did you just get on there, Mike?
No, he's been on.
The whole time?
Yeah, I'm not sure if but he was on before, so.
All right. All right. So, Mike, we're going to go over, I want to make sure that I didn't give bad information with the Master Pier on the...
You know what we're going to have to try with Mike? You can add him, you can ask him to join the video. See how it says that on there? We'll
Bring
have
him
to
on
try
camera.
that next time.
What if
Mike Wright, we're going to have you try to
Yeah,
come
we're
on
going to bring you
video
on
next
camera.
time.
So you're going to need to put some pants on. Okay? So I know you're working from home and you may not have pants on. You're going to put some pants on. PJs are fine, and you're going to hop on camera with us someday. We'll have to try that. We'll have to try it when it's not the actual live.
True, yeah.
Because if something, can go wrong, it always will.
Okay,
Right.
now we're blabbering. So we
Yes.
hope you all have a great couple of weeks, and we'll see you on the 20th.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Any questions you have, write them on there. Be good. Be good to each other. 20-minute workout 3 to 5 times a week. Cut one thing nasty out. Drink a gallon of water a day. Watch how it changes your body and life. All right? We love you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Where's the finish? There it is.